Welcome back. Joining us now, economist and professor of business at the University of Maryland, Peter Morici. Peter, nice to see you today. Thanks for joining me.
Nice to be with you.
Peter, I'm going to read you some numbers. I think these are numbers that President Obama is going to like. Last year, the average gas price for the entire year was $3.34 at the pump. This year, right now, the average across the nation is $1.99. Last year at this time, it was $2.30. What is driving that number down, and what is it doing for the U.S. economy?
Well, what's driving it down is very slow growth in Asia, especially in China. And at the same time, American producers are proving more resilient. The shale producers and so forth, which are largely on private lands and have very little to do with federal policy.
Okay, well then, because a lot of people, I can tell you this, I look online, I hear it all the time, people saying that they believe President Obama is trying to do everything he possibly can to drive down prices. So this way it helps Hillary Clinton in 2016. So this way she could talk about how everybody has more money in their pocket and how the economy is fixed.
Well, you have to look at why gas prices are low. If it's because you have abundant supplies through a federal policy that encourages production, well, that's good. That's not what we have. What we have is a slow-growing economy and an economy in Asia that's in a great deal of trouble, and also a lot of Iranian oil coming online. This is really just the Democrats turning a situation into a virtue. It's really not anything of their doing.
So do you see this maintaining itself into 2016? I mean, are we going to see gas prices even go down more? Because obviously, if people are spending less at the pump, they're obviously spending more on Amazon.com and going into Macy's and going on vacations. I mean, I can tell you myself, I just came back from Disney last month. It was packed. I have never seen it so crowded before.
Well, the data so far shows that Americans are not spending it on consumer dollars, so to speak, on retail sales and that sort of thing, though we don't have the December numbers yet. But it hasn't been a robust fall. Hopefully, come spring, consumers will open up their wallets and start to spend a dividend. Part of the problem is there's been a lot of pessimism about the economy because of the terrorist attacks, the war going poorly in the Middle East. And frankly, all this chatter about China, it has put a bit of a chill on consumer expectations. We have some robust growth in the automobile sector. Cars are moving, but new homes are not moving very rapidly, and young people aren't getting into homes very quickly. It's very much a mixed bag. And overall, the economy grew this year as it's grown just about every year through the recovery at about 2.2%. By contrast, the Reagan recovery from a recession just as deep, growth was 4.6%.
I have a number here that says U.S. holiday retail sales grow at a solid 7.9%. I mean, so how is this happening? Because I'm very confused on this. I mean, I do more reports about how it is that more people are out of the workforce than ever before, and yet I'm seeing a pop-up from last year. Is that just because people don't want to go to the malls and they're spending it online? Or is it just a trend overall that everything is so much better than it was last year?
Well, I don't know that it's a trend overall, and it depends on which holiday sales you're measuring. If you're measuring sales online, they're up a great deal. If you're measuring sales in retail establishments, they're probably down. We don't really have full data for the month of December yet, but we have various measures, chain stores, year-over-year sales, things of that nature. So far this fall, retail sales have grown over last year, but it hasn't been profound. What is really interesting about this year is this is the year that the web really overtook brick and mortar. Federal Express, UPS, and so forth, they geared up for this year because they didn't want to be caught short like they were last year. And the amount of sales they had was overwhelming. But if you look at brick and mortar, they were discounting very, very early and discounting a lot. That's usually what you do when traffic is slow. Disney World, my friend, there's many more people living in America today than there was when you were a kid. So if you go down there now and you compare it to crowds 10, 15 years ago, you're going to have bigger crowds.
Peter, I'm going to have to end this segment at that. I just want to thank you for joining me. I want to wish you a happy new year, and we will be back in just a few moments.